Lurking in your shorts sounds wrong. Please don't call the FBI. Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel, Just Another Struggling Writer, the beleaguered author's one-stop shop for commiseration and hopefully inspiration. My name is Carrie Scher, and I am just another struggling writer. And today I come to you to celebrate with you my 3-year YouTube anniversary. Yes, it is astounding to believe it, but it is true. I have been on YouTube now for 3 years. I started at the end of July in 2023, right before my life was turned upside down by a house fire. I've been creating off and on, hopefully mostly on, ever since. And my channel over those 3 years have gone through the gamut of experiences. I have gone through unexpected hiatuses. I have gone through programming changes and content shifts. And I finally feel like I'm really settled into a good rhythm here on this channel, where I'm focusing pretty exclusively on writing with a little bit of life stuff thrown in there and a really solid posting schedule that I'm fairly comfortable with. But more than that, I've found community on YouTube that I truly didn't expect. I started YouTube with the goal of just putting my thoughts out into the universe. I really didn't think anyone would really be interested or that anyone would really commiserate with me on my very long, very arduous writing journey. I just wanted to be another voice that I added to the group. And much to my surprise, I have found friends and I have found a real place where I can share my struggles and shout my troubles into the void and actually hear the void shout back and welcome me. I don't know where that metaphor went, but it's been a really, really lovely experience. So I continue to just be so grateful for this platform and so grateful for the people it has connected me with, and so grateful that I have found a hobby that actually nourishes my creativity. So it has just been so wonderful being here on YouTube, and I look forward to another great year and hopefully many more years. But sappy shit aside, I thought it would also be fun to take a look back at the last 365 days and reflect on what has changed, how I've grown, and some of my more popular videos. So without further ado, let's do some quick stats. First of all, in the last 365 days, I posted exactly 50 videos, which, considering that my goal is to post 2 videos a week, is pretty short, but you also have to consider that I took 8 months off. 7. Some of August, September, a lot of October, and some of November. So yeah, and then February, March, April, and May as well. So considering I've been off the platform for half the year, geez, I need to get better about that. 50 videos is pretty good. I also posted 10 shorts, and we'll get into this in a minute. That's going to change in the next year. And the biggest number that I'm most excited about is I gained 110 subscribers in the last year, and that is a 25% increase over the year before that. So that's awesome. I think that's really, really incredible. If I can continue that kind of growth year over year, I think a lot of creators would be really, really happy with that. And as someone who's not really chasing those kind of numbers, I'm pretty impressed and pretty pleased. So thank you so much for being here, especially if you're one of those 110 new subscribers. I appreciate you so much, and I hope you look forward to the next year. So next up, my top 3 most popular videos of the last year were kind of interesting to me. At number 3, this Getting Your Life Together vlog, which was another vlog that I posted after I was starting to come back after a hiatus, which you guys probably know by now is semi-frequent, but this one for some reason gained a little bit of traction. I was just getting towels out of the dryer and I broke a nail so badly. Oh, there's a hummingbird. Tell me why I have not been able to stop thinking about radiation poisoning all day. Whoever wrote, directed, was responsible for episode 4 is a war criminal. I don't know what I'm saying. This is hard. The second most popular video was my 2026 New Year's resolutions video, which I hope my follow-up video at the end of the year doesn't come as a disappointment to those people who liked that video. I am still someone who is hopelessly devoted to the idea of New Year's resolution. As I am working up to hopefully becoming an author, I don't have the luxury of not writing on my days off. Ooh, please donate me. That's not what this is about. Whether or not that ends up being completely insane, we will just have to find out together. With that said, I want to be a creator that people want to support. But we'll just have to see how the back half of 2026 goes. We're not gonna count our chickens just yet. And then taking the #1 spot is my 90-day hard challenge for writers that I posted right at the beginning of January and never followed up on because of my mental health slumpity slump. But that's okay. I am planning another 75 hard challenge probably towards the end of the year as the mental health challenges will likely return. I do get the SADS, the seasonal affective depression. So my goal is to utilize the 75 hard challenge to avoid too many mental health slips in that part of the year. Please look forward to it. I am definitely and perennially behind the bandwagon with these things. And once again, I am chasing this trend. And again, my goals for this challenge are to build good habits, but also just to improve my overall health. First off, I have 6 specific daily habits and activities that I need to perform every single day. I have tried to sort of soft implement some of these goals over the last month just to see how feasible it will be. And the walking has been the one thing that has not made any single improvement since I have settled on this challenge for like the last 6 weeks. But while those are my top 3 most popular videos, I have 3 different videos that were actually my favorites to create. And those were #3, my do's and don'ts of writerly gift giving for the holidays. Now, as we all know, writers are a peculiar breed with very, very sensitive tastes and dispositions. We love having a collection of unused notebooks, but they will be unused. Don't comment on how often your writer friend isn't actually listening to anything while they are wearing those headphones. Listen, sometimes music can be distracting, and we're just wearing the headphones so people won't disturb us. Being a shoulder to lean on or an ear to listen whenever we're really going through it, even if you quite don't understand what the hell we're talking about, is also really, really appreciated. That video was so fun to make just because it was really outside of my normal content. And while I don't really feel like I'm creative in that way to make that kind of content on a regular basis, it was really fun to kind of step out of my comfort zone and do something a little silly, goofy. Kind of similarly, my second favorite video was my February cozy reset. So without further ado, let's just get into everything that went on in the month of January. So the total amount of words I wrote in January was 27,822. Of all the things to have stuck in your head, a 1 minute, 19-second clip of a bad Tinder conversation. My favorite video that I made in the month of January was my outlining a short story. If I haven't mentioned it on this channel, let me mention it now. Cloud Strife was my first love. I have done a lot of cozy resets in the past, but something about the way I really put everything together and made it a real reflection of my January, that is the format I really, really want to return to, hopefully starting next month. The reason I'm not starting them in August is because I am still in the middle of a very intense crunch period where all of my energy is going into finishing a draft. So there really isn't a lot to talk about in terms of a cozy reset for July. So I am really looking forward to getting back to doing cozy resets like the one I made in February for the end of the year. And then finally, my top favorite video that I made in the last 365 days was definitely my 5-year plan video. It is with that in mind that I am sitting here before you today on Friday, November 21st, 2025, that by the end of 2030, 5 years from now, I will be a combination full-time writer and content creator. It kind of felt like I was just Michael Scott declaring bankruptcy. Unfortunately, over the last several years, I have tried to convince myself that I actually can do writing while multitasking. So those are the 3 blocks of the foundation that I hope will one day support a long-term writing career. And the reason this is my favorite is because it's the video I keep coming back to and rewatching for inspiration. That was the day that I had decided to really commit myself to the goal of being a full-time writer and content creator within 5 years. And while, yes, I did fall off the wagon for, I think, the longest hiatus I've ever taken on this channel in the spring, February, March, April, and May. I am still 1000% committed to that goal, which is why I am here talking to you right now, which is why I got back on the wagon with my draft, why I'm still making videos, and why I am making changes going forward to help me be more consistent and do what I can to set myself up for success to hopefully achieve that goal. So yeah, I rewatch that video all the time whenever my motivation is low and whenever I just need to remind myself what all the work is for. So that's kind of everything for the last year, 2025, 2026. But I do have some goals that I'd like to mention for the 2026, 2027 year. The first one is that I would like to post at least 50 new shorts. Short content is something that I have kind of dabbled in on and off over the years and not really found my stride with. I think my thing is that a lot of like the skits and the funny content that you see on Reels and TikTok and YouTube Shorts are not really my thing. I mentioned earlier, that's not really where my creativity goes. I'm much more of like an informational, just kind of sitting down and talking type creator, not someone who is like thinking of skits and using funny sounds and things. So that has made making short content a little bit more difficult for me, but I still want to continue to try and work my way into making short form content. It'll probably just be more of the stuff that I do. Those fast book reviews that I have done in the past, talking about writing resources and tips and tricks to help you with your writing, things of that nature. And while those might not be the big view grabbers, those are the types of videos that I like to make. So I'm setting a soft goal of 50, which would be one a week. But in truth, I am hoping to be doing 2 a week. So fingers crossed that I can come up with enough ideas to fulfill that goal. So if you see me lurking in your shorts, don't worry about it. I'm just getting ideas. Lurking in your shorts sounds wrong. Please don't call the FBI. I mentioned this in a video a few weeks back, but another big goal of mine for the next year is to not go more than 2 weeks without posting a video of some kind. And the reason for that is I think that my continued on and off status with my unplanned hiatuses have really impacted my algorithm, or like my standing in the algorithm. I know YouTube's algorithm does value consistency, and I tend to be very, very consistent for a period of a couple months, and then I take months off at a time. And if I want to meet some of these other goals that I have for the next year, I do need to be more consistent about posting. However, I also do know that I can't really control my mental health and when it decides to crash and burn. I mean, I can do what I can, and I am doing what I can, but there are just gonna be times where I have no way of knowing when I'm going to bottom out and when creating content is going to be really, really difficult for me. So what I am going to try and do going forward is I'm going to try and pre-film some non-time specific kind of general sort of sit down videos that I can reach into and pull out when I'm feeling a mental health slump come on, or when I see an extended break being necessary. So that way I am still posting consistently and getting content out to you guys without having to overstrain myself at a time where I might be dealing with stuff up here. If nothing else, I have learned I need to take advantages of these periods of highs so that I can mitigate the worst of the lows. And this is just a way that I am trying to do that for the content. My next goal is another one that I have been attempting a lot less frequently than the others, but in the 2026, 2027 year, I would like to get comfortable live streaming. I have tried it a couple of times. The first one was, as you guys may remember, a dismal failure, but I have since done a stream that really bolstered my confidence and made me realize that it's really not that big a deal if no one comes. And it is okay if it ends up just being for me. I would like to start live streaming on a semi-regular basis and get comfortable and really make it something that is part of my writing routine, because I do find that body doubling is extremely helpful for me as a writer. So in those times where I can't find a live stream, I want to be someone who is comfortable hosting as well. And then lastly, My last goal for the 2026-2027 year is to reach 1,000 subscribers. Oh yes. And yes, that would mean a 100% increase in my current subscriber count, much higher than the 25% I mentioned earlier, and that it's not really something that I have total control over. And again, especially with my algorithm woes that I mentioned just a minute ago, it's not really something that I can achieve on my own. It is something that definitely is outside of my control. But that being said, I do want to continue to make videos that you guys enjoy. I am going to be looking at doing more advice kind of videos or writer tool explainer videos like my 6x structure video I did a while back, and hopefully be someone who provides more than just writing vlogs to the community. And I'm hoping that that will mean more of you come along on this journey. So yes, a little ambitious. Okay, let's be honest, a lot ambitious, but I have always been someone who's been more motivated the more outrageous the goal. And so I am setting an outrageous goal. So that's it for my goals. Finally, to wrap this up, I would just like to talk about a little bit of a programming update for you guys. For the last while, maybe year, I've been posting pretty consistently with a sit-down video on Tuesdays and a vlog on Fridays. I am going to be doing a slight shift in that schedule, and my sit-down videos will now be on Mondays and my vlogs will be on Thursdays going forward. And the reason for that is because I would like to start doing slumber party live streams every other Friday evening. I have talked about this in the past when mentioning live streaming. Friday nights just work out the best for me for a number of reasons. Number one, I am the most unmotivated on Friday nights, and I think by scheduling myself specific writing time with a level of public accountability will help me get over that mental hurdle I have of working on writing on Friday nights. The second thing is I think that is just the most ideal time mentally for me to sit down and do a live stream. The weekends tend to be pretty full with live streaming schedules, and I like to attend those more than I would like to host one. And I do see kind of a gap on Friday nights, and I know that there's a reason for that. It's because a lot of people like to just go enjoy their Friday nights. Trust me, I am one of them. But I think that making it a slumber party theme and doing it late at night on Fridays, I don't know, it feels like the right time for me. The reason it is every other Friday is because it'll be on the evenings where my kids are with their dad. So that way I am not neglecting my family on Friday nights either. So that is the reason. And those will be starting on the 7th of August, which, as I was sitting down to film this, I was like, do I really want to start them in August after I finish a big draft and I'm not going to be having anything to really be working on? And I decided, yes, I do. I am going to be doing live streaming despite the fact that I won't be in a drafting phase, because I do want to make sure that I am still working consistently on a project. Yes, I will be just brainstorming and eventually outlining this new project, but I hope that the live streams will keep me accountable and make sure that I am still consistently working on my project. And then finally, I have a little bit of an announcement to make, and that is that I am going to be returning to making book-related content for my reading-related channel, Read, Share, Repeat. I have not made content for that channel in over a year. After I finished Seekers of Empyrean Draft 1 last year, I made a conscious decision to step back from that channel and from making bookish content in general, as well as reading as much as I was, largely because I really wanted to focus all of my time and energy as much as possible into getting the next draft and the third draft of Seekers complete. And while various burnouts and mental slumps have prevented that from really bearing out in the way that I thought that it would, I do think that not having the obligation of reading and making content about reading helped me use what energy I did have on the book. Now that Seekers is finally out of my hands and in a phase now where I can ease off the gas with the writing a little bit, there's a bird outside my window. Oh, he's gone. I was gonna show you. I feel like now is a good time to get back into that side of things because truth be told, I have missed reading that much and talking about the books that I've been reading. I know I talked a little bit about them in like my cozy resets and things, but I do want to kind of dive more into the books that I'm reading beyond just a quick recap at the end of every month. And so to that end, I am reviving Read, Share, Repeat. So if you are interested in my thoughts on books as a aspiring fantasy author, I definitely encourage you follow the link in the description below over to my other channel. And those videos will be starting next week with a August TBR. So if you are interested in my thoughts on books and more particularly the books I am reading, I definitely highly recommend you check that out. And that is everything. Oh my gosh. I cannot believe it has been 3 years. I just cannot describe how grateful I am to be a part of the AuthorTube community. I cannot put into words just how much this hobby of content creation has nourished me as an aspiring writer. I've said it before and I'll say it again and I will say it in the future that I don't think I would have made it this far with Seekers of Empyrean if it weren't for this channel and it weren't for the public accountability that it has forced on me and it weren't for the friends I have made encouraging me along the way. And so while yes, there is the fact that making videos sometimes takes time away from the writing, the two are now inextricably married together to me, and I cannot separate them for worse and for better. So again, thank you so much for being a part of the reason why I am still writing today. I don't say that hyperbolically, that is just demonstrably true. I would not keep coming back mental slump after mental slump after mental slump if it weren't for this channel and if it weren't for the people I have met through this channel. So again, thank you so much. I appreciate it more than you guys could ever realize. So with that, thank you so much for watching. I so appreciate it. If you like my content and want to support the channel, please like and subscribe or consider leaving a comment down below. If you made it all the way to the end of this video, please leave me a big 3 emoji for my 3 years on YouTube, or just let me know what you look forward to for this channel coming up in year 4. In my next video, I will have episode 3 of the Crunch Diaries vlog series, and just a little bit of a spoiler alert, it's going swell. I hope you look forward to it, and I will see you then. Bye.